Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kiki and Stormy, and let's get into this week's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, where they ain't got nothing going on because Carlos insists on being down here to the damn YouTube, living out his Oprah loving hip hop edition dreams. Excuse me, I'm just tired of this bullshit, but let's just get into it. Before we do, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you've not already. Of course, I got to shout out my super thanks. Shout out to Yvette Greer twice. Fifi ASP and Bon Lydia Watson. Thank y'all. I truly appreciate y'all. And shout out to my mama. When I be really wanting to just throw in the towel, kick the bucket, and turn all this over, my mama be right there. That's all right, baby. Just keep on going. So shout out to my mama. But that ain't what we here for. Y'all don't need to see me and my family matters, and I love my mama. So let's just get into it. So of course the episode resumes with Nell challenging Keke to an on-the-spot drug test. Her husband is telling her, you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. And Keke said, well, I'll do my test if Marsau agreed to do a lie detector test. Nell is in the confessional, but well, we know that ain't gonna happen. We know Marsau ain't agreeing to no lie detector test. So why are we here? Well, Keke's husband agreed. He said he ain't gonna do that. He's not gonna agree to no damn lie detector test. So forget Marsau with his cornball ass. Nell said, well, in the grand scheme of things, it would shut the conversation down. I think it's a sensitive matter. It's nothing to play with. And this would just shut it down for good. All of a sudden, Keke is in the confessional saying that the very same suggestion that Marsau had that Keke and her husband thought was absolutely lame is a great idea. I mean, well, Mel makes a great point. I think we should do this test. She said, I can't make Marsau take a lie detector test, but what I can do is I can take a drug test and I can prove him to be a liar and shut him up. Okay, well, girl, get down. Mel said, I say, let's just shut the haters up. Keke high-fiving her, girl, let's do it. And she's in the confessional about, Mel is telling me I should take this test to shut up the naysayers and the haters, and I completely agree. I am sober, and I have been working on my sobriety. No, you are a follower, and you are seeking any kind of validation, acceptance, and approval. That's what it is. You called it lame and acted like the man came out of left field. Like, why would they ever think I'm on drugs? But now, when Mel Almighty tells you you should take the same drug test to shut Marsau up, is a brilliant idea. You are full of shit. So Keke and Mel go off. Keke takes the test. They come back to read the results, and her husband sitting there rubbing his hands by, so what's the answer? Tell me something good. Yeah, you look nervous as hell. This is some real shaky shit here. They decide they're going to pull the results on camera. And Mel is telling her, well, you hold your cup because I'm not about to touch your piss cup. And then proceeds to touch her pissy cup. And the husband sitting over there like, yeah, you pull the tab while she hold the cup. No, you come pull the tab. Ain't this your ass? So Mel pulls the tab and then picks up the pissy cup to read the results, and everything is negative. So she's reading off on the box everything that this test tests for. Now, the thing that caught me off guard was she's reading all of these things and saying that everything is negative, and she gets down to methadone. The test tests for methadone, but the test was negative for methadone. But ain't Keke on methadone? So how the hell is the test coming up negative for methadone if she's on methadone? I don't understand. Now Keke trying to show the test to her husband. Yeah, I don't need to see it. I know this is some bullshit. And then the motherfucker got the nerve to be handing out sanitizer. What the hell is sanitizer gonna do for me? Just man. So Mel is telling her, we done put the haters to rest. We done shut everybody up. Even if Marsau don't do his lie detector test, you've done your part to shut them down and expose all the lies. So you just work on healing yourself and staying on your journey. And Keke is, yeah, I appreciate you for being on this walk with me. When outside of these damn cameras has she been on this walk with you is what I would like to know. Because Keke is selling us a bill of goods and a bag of shit. Keke is the ultimate clout chaser. She don't care what it costs her. She don't care how much of a fool she got to look. She don't care how many people in her family she got to cross. Anything for clout. She don't realize Mel ain't here for but the mess. So she goes from the y'all do this drug test because I ain't really got no storyline and I kind of need something to be a storyline for me. So yeah, go ahead and do that. To, why are y'all moving again? And they go into telling her it's because their son is a student athlete. He's apparently one of the top athletes in Huntsville, and they're moving to get him to a different school that has a better athletic program in order to position him to get a scholarship. Mail comes out of absolutely no damn where with, you know what? Now that y'all bring up y'all moving since I asked about it, I have been talking to Tiffany, and Tiffany brought up y'all moving. Tiffany was questioning how y'all are going to get y'all son into this school when y'all don't live in that school district. So she was making it seem like y'all going to do some shiesty, underhanded stuff to get y'all son over there. I said, what in the I ain't got no business of my own is this? Kiki and Ami said, listen, we don't do shady shit over here now. Now, that ain't quite true, but I do believe they on the up and up when it comes to their kids. Kiki's husband said, listen, my son is too much of a high-powered athlete for us to be doing shady shit. This is the one thing we need to be doing on the up and up. Mel said, oh, okay, so basically, like, if y'all did take him to that school and it wasn't on the up and up, they was gonna catch y'all, basically, right? Let me tell you something, Kiki gonna learn the hard way. Everybody ain't your friend, everybody ain't your partner. Because who does this? This gives me putting a bug in the public and the city and the school district's ear to keep an eye out for that high-powered athlete. So we move on from them to Tisha and Marsau's house. They're at home packing to go on a vacation. And I don't know, it could be me, but it looks like they in the house that they just moved out of to have guts. I don't know, child. Anyway, they home packing, getting ready to go on a vacation. Marsau got a handful of clothes, but this all I'm taking. Marsau got to be one of the dumbest smart people I have ever seen in my life. Tisha just looked at him like, he said, well, I mean, how long are we going? She said, 5 days. We're going for 5 days. Marsau about lost his damn 5 days. I don't like y'all like that. 5 days? Me, you, and the kids for 5 days? I said, not Marsau panicking about going on a vacation with his family. So you mean to tell me you had absolutely no problem going to Africa, but you got a problem with taking your wife and kids to the beach for 5 days if you don't go to hell? Marsau looked like he is racking his brain trying to figure out how to get out of this damn trip. Tisha said, well, you know what? I tell you what, if you don't want to go, you go tell your daughter you don't want to go because this is her trip. She asked to go to the beach for her birthday. So you go tell her, since you ain't got no damn problem disappointing your wife, go disappoint your damn daughter. He said, never mind, I'll go. Marsau said, yay, I can't wait to go. I'm so excited. And Tisha don't give a damn. Tisha don't give a damn if he says yes and tortured as long as he says yes. That's the energy I need. Let's go, girl. Tisha said as far as she's concerned, this will be the perfect getaway, especially after everything they just went through at that cookout. She said she needs to relax, relate, release. And Marsau said, well, I will let you know, I am very proud of how you handled yourself. I probably should have handled myself better. Now, I say hell no. I don't think he should take shit back. Before I take anything back, I add more to it, but I understand what he's saying. Tisha told Marsau going forward, just don't get involved. Marsau said, now that I can't do. I can't just not get involved. Tisha said, no, I'm telling you, don't get involved because the one thing that Keke has proven to me is she's a damn lie. One thing she gonna do is lie from the beginning to the end. She gonna lie like a dirty rug. Tisha said as far as she's concerned, after the way everything went down at that cookout, she is good and done with Keke, and said, you know, when she was saying that y'all think Tisha is perfect, I've never claimed to be perfect. I've absolutely made mistakes, but I learned from my mistakes and I make better decisions, but I'm not perfect. Marsau said, well, truth is you could be more accountable. Yeah, you thought you had somebody on your side, didn't you? Gotcha. So, of course, Tisha is immediately defensive and Marsau goes into immediate denial. I didn't say that out loud. She said, yes, the hell you did say that out loud. So I'm going to need you to say out loud what you meant by what you said out loud. Tisha said, as a matter of fact, give me an example of something I haven't been accountable for in the last 30 days. I said, well, would you looky here? I don't know when they filmed the scenes from last week's episode, because one thing they will do is film a bunch of scenes and put them together like puzzle pieces that do not fit. But just last week, we saw Tisha talking to Marsau, and she was not taking accountability for Stormy's shipping policy showing up on her website. It was the web designer, it was the public, it was everybody but her. Marsau had a different example. Marsau said when we had the meeting about the expo and Mel gave the feedback about the lack of organization, you about lost it and told her the chamber of hell she can go to is organized, and so was your event. And again, Tisha is immediately defensive. She said she did take accountability and she did not give a bunch of pushback. That what she said specifically was that the event was organized, but the behind the scenes leading up to the event could have been more organized. So in this moment, she's arguing with Marsau about taking accountability for not taking accountability and swearing she took account. I just buy. So we move on. We go to Mel's house where she's meeting with her event planner and her mom to plan this name change ceremony. They're looking over the invitations and decor and stuff for the event. Why is the theme of the event Take Me Back? Girl. So they discuss the party details. The party planner goes off to take pictures of the yard. And then Mel and her mom have this dramatic moment where they're going to open the letter from the courthouse where they're announcing that she has officially changed her name. So Melody reads the letter from the court saying that her name is now Melody Cherie Rogers. Her mom is, I'm just so happy for you. And she, don't cry, mama. What the hell is you crying for? Lord. Mel said she feels liberated, light, and free letting go of that Holt name and closing that chapter of her life. I said, well, how the hell is you gonna close the Holt chapter when you got 4 Holt churn in your house? Just what? She said she's just looking forward to operating on a new vibration, on the vibration that she entered this world on under her original name. Girl, I don't know how to break this to you, but the vibration ain't attached to your name, it's attached to your energy. So you can call yourself any damn thing you want to call yourself. If your vibration is low, you's gonna be a low vibrational S. Miss Van sitting up there trying to cry because, she ain't got a tear in her eye, not even a red vein. You made it through it all. And I'm just so proud of you. Yeah, we made it through this bullshit. Listen, I know the whole purpose of this name change ceremony is supposed to give unbothered, but it gives the exact opposite because unbothered people don't bother. So we move on to Keke at the house that her family is moving into. She's there to clean, I guess. Stormy stops by to visit her and how's everything been? And Keke said, well, I know you're asking how I've been since the cookout. I want to apologize to you for, having you in the midst of all that. So you want to apologize to her for using her to stand in for Tisha so that you could get your shit off your chest, but you don't have nothing to say in terms of an apology to your actual cousin for the drink you threw in her face or for trying to expose all her damn business. Okay. She's apologizing to Stormy for snatching the cards out of her hand and they just laughing. But, oh, girl, when you snatch those cards, I was like, ooh, ooh. And you can see Keke is just so proud of herself. Stormy said, now I could be wrong, but I felt like you were mad because you were being ignored and treated like you were invisible. And Keke goes, yes, because it was disrespectful and she knows that brings out the worst in me. Well, have you considered that you sitting at this table trying to tell all your cousin's business and save her from her marriage was disrespectful? She had to reenact for Stormy how Tisha wouldn't hug her, and she knows my trigger points. Girl, when you are the pew-pew, you need to know your trigger points. You are responsible for managing and maintaining your own energy and your own triggers. I don't care if the whole damn world knows your trigger points. You shouldn't be that loose a cannon. You shouldn't be a hair trigger. Nobody should be able to just touch your trigger and make you go off. She's carrying on like the animaniac that she is about, I know it was pre-planned by Tisha and her wife, Marsau. She's calling him a madam and saying Tisha and her wife can kick rocks. And I'm just trying to understand how you are on this TV show trying to sell people this bullshit story of all of your NA antics and how you're an addict and you need help and you want people to care and consider and concern about you. But you can make all kinds of homophobic insults against people. Now, you can call Marsau Tisha's wife and all that, but when he get to calling you dope heads from Whoville, I don't want to hear shit. She said she just knew this was planned with Tisha and her wife, Marsau, that Marsau probably told her, this is what we're going to do. We're We're going to ignore her. We're going to pretend that she's not there. And even if all of that were true, you were dumb enough to fall for it. You were desperate enough to embarrass yourself, your husband, and your children on national TV for it. She's telling Stormy, who clearly does not give a damn. Stormy is only here to film a scene about how so many people have scolded me for continuing to have a relationship with Tisha because they've seen everything she's done to me since we were 13. Ain't you about 30 years past 13? But go ahead. No, hell with that. Ain't no go ahead. Because here's what I would like to know. If that's how you feel, if she is all your life, and all your family, all your friends, your pastor, the Holy Ghost, anybody that you talk to will tell you you need to leave this damn girl alone, then why don't you leave this damn girl alone? Why are you on a crusade to expose infidelity in her marriage if you need to leave this girl alone? I'll tell you why. The truth is because beyond the fact that you are miserable and misery loves company, you have been exposed and embarrassed in your own life. You wanted to be this professor and this wife and mom and look like you had it all together and try to speak with your perfect diction and always moving those dumbass shoulders. And instead, everyone found out that you were an uncouth menace to society. And now that you are embarrassed, now that they see you for who you are, behind the whole veil of who you were trying to present, you're now wanting to do the same thing to Tisha because you ain't gonna be on the bottom by yourself. You were already mad that she got this TV show and didn't invite you to be a part of it because you said that about 2 seasons ago on the reunion. We could have been famous together, but how about this? What God had for her wasn't for you. And here you go letting the devil use you. When I tell you I'm not coming up off Kiki Now, Kiki goes on to tell Stormy it's not to say that there's not love there, because there is. As a matter of fact, I wish I didn't love her. I just wish I didn't love her. No, the problem is you mistake your admiration and your envy for love. You admire her. You envy her. You want what you see her having and doing and being. And because you love everything that you see her doing, being, and having, and you would love to do, be, and have it for yourself, but you can't, you've decided I'm going to destroy her. You don't love her. You don't love her worth a damn. And I know you don't love her because you don't love your damn self. Anybody who loved themselves would not conduct themselves like this. And when you do not love yourself, guess what you're incapable of doing? Loving others. So you don't love her worth a damn. You admire who she's become in spite of everything you thought she wouldn't become. You envy the life that she lives, not realizing that you envy in a struggle. Because if everything that you say is true, if she got this husband that's cheating on her and she has to uphold this image to the public, guess who has to live in that reality? Her. Guess who has to carry that struggle? Her. She picked her struggle. Pick yours. So Stormy goes on to tell Keke that, when you left, there were more conversations that were had. Keke said, I'm sure. Stormy said, the one that bothered me the most was that Marsau kept insisting and insinuating that the reason you acted the way that you acted had to be because you were on drugs or you were high. And I really didn't like that. For some reason, I don't know why, but in response to that, they cut to Keke in the confessional saying that anybody looking at this situation can see how Tisha looks stupid for sticking by him arm in arm, avoiding saying that he's cheated. I am trying to understand. If this woman got on this TV today and said, you know what, y'all? Marsau did cheat on me. Marsau cheated on me last week, last year, and 14 years ago too. What exactly is your reaction going to be? What are you going to do with that information? Or will it just satisfy your soul for her to confess to the public that my life isn't as happy as you think it is from your vantage point? Is that what you want? She said, I just wanted to shake Tisha so many times. Like, girl, wake up. Wake the hell up. You got too many damn problems of your own to be this concerned about what goes on between her and her husband. You got a drug problem. You moving every time we see you on this show. Your husband you have to repeat things a few times before he get it. Your leave out is standing up over the top of your damn weave. You got a lot of shit you could be focused on, not your cousin being cheated on by her husband. Keke's in the confessional carrying on about Tisha should have known Marsau was cheating when he took that trip to Africa. and your husband should have known you had a problem when y'all weren't getting invited nowhere, when you was getting put out people's houses, and when your ass was showing up on Crime Stoppers, but you was taking shit out the hardware store. So then they changed the subject to the Kiki and Tiffany beef. And Kiki is saying who she really wanted to confront was Tiffany rather than Tisha. So you was looking for a fight no matter what. They used this moment to discuss some interview that Carlos had with Tiffany, I guess on his damn YouTube channel that he down here playing on, where Tiffany talked about Kiki and the beef that she has with Kiki. And child, I don't give a damn. I don't care how much y'all talk. I ain't going to watch that shit. Apparently in the interview, Carlos had asked Tiffany some line of questions in regard to her relationship with Kiki. And she said, basically, I ain't never been that girl's friend. I don't care what she running around telling people about who she knew and who she was friends with. She said having a friendship with someone is different from knowing of someone. I don't have friendships with people who I don't really understand or people who don't make sense. For example, what does she do? Why is she here? Why does she always want to argue, even if it's with a wall? I said, now, I never thought the day would come that I would say I 100% wholeheartedly agree with Tiffany and understand exactly where she's coming from, but today is that day. Stormy said, well, I was just shocked that she would outright say that she's better than you. Kiki said, well, I can promise you she's not smarter than me. She's not more educated than me. And did you send her some products? Stormy said, I did. Yeah, well, she was talking bad about your products. I guess we going bone for bone. Kiki told Stormy Tiffany apparently was saying that her products are no good. She was questioning the ingredients and saying that they're not safe. And she skated right on by that and said, yeah. She was also talking about me and my family and how we were moving from my son to go to a different school. And girl, we don't give a damn. So Stormy is asking her, well, how do you know she said that? Who did she say that to? She said that to Melody. And Stormy is like, well, I'm trying to be neutral, but she's making it hard. Stormy said, why does she have it out for you? Kiki said, I believe Tiffany is jealous. Jealous of what, Kiki? Jealous of what exactly? Let me tell you, when people's automatic deduction is that people who hold them accountable are jealous of them, it tells me they're not the most self-aware, they're not self-reflective, intelligence is not their strong suit, and accountability is their kryptonite. So we move on. We see Mel, Tisha, and Kimmy getting together for a workout session. Well, Mel arrives first, followed by Tisha, and they are standing there in awkward silence because they clearly do not like each other. Mel said, Tisha's energy is clearly off, but I'm thinking it might be some of the residual from the cookout. You don't say. So Kimmy pulls up in her new Jeep and she gets out, she hugs Tisha and she asks Tisha, what's wrong? Are you okay? Mel said, well, she was the same way with me, so we'll find out. Girl, that says nothing. She don't like you. So the ladies go inside. They're getting ready to work out with this lady who is Mel's trainer. And the lady is passing out t-shirts for her fitness program, I guess. She got a shirt for Mel and a shirt for Kimmy. And Tisha can apparently go to hell. I'm just trying to figure out, was 3 shirts hard to come by, or was Tisha walking out later planned, and so y'all just wasn't giving her y'all damn shirt to walk out with? So they get through the workout and they sit down to talk. Kimmy is saying how the workout was a little tough on her just because she hasn't been exercising as much since she went through everything she went through medically. So Kimmy changed the subject and she asked how they've been since the cookout, specifically Tisha. And Tisha starts explaining that what happened at the cookout is similar to what has happened between she and Kiki over the years. She said that's why when she and Marsau started hanging out with the Holts, they were not kicking it with Kiki like that. She said that was around the time she started distancing herself from Kiki because Kiki had made threats against her back then. Tisha said she doesn't want to be in that lifestyle and she doesn't want anybody to bring that lifestyle around her. She said when somebody don't have nothing to lose and then you mix that with drugs, that's a real dangerous person and you ain't lying. Because a sober somebody who ain't got shit to lose will cause you to lose it all. You add a couple drugs to the mix. Oh, hell no. Mel said, so you think she's still doing drugs? Tisha said, oh, I know she's still doing drugs. Mel said, well, how you know that? Tisha said, because I know. Well, Melody, I would think that she would know because that's her damn family member. And that's pretty much what Tisha said. Tisha said, 1, I have other family members that are calling me and letting me know. She's going around asking family members for money, and I can tell when certain behaviors start to come up. Yeah, she started to get that itch and start to act a fool. Mel said, well, when was the last time that you talked to her before all that? So Tisha starts trying to answer, and she says it was a conversation Mel jumps in to lead her to the answer that she wants. But was it a tough, iffy conversation? Tisha said no, it was nothing that would warrant the reaction that we got at that cookout. Mel said, are you sure that before the barbecue there was nothing that happened with y'all? Tisha said, I'm about to go, okay? That's what's about to happen. Mel is in the confessional talking about she feels like Tisha is trying to avoid the conversation about what she and Keke had a conversation about, because the majority of the conversation between Tisha and Keke was regarding Marsau possibly having an affair. And she feels like Tisha is just shut down around that subject, but she can't get upset that people are asking about it because we're giving her a chance to talk about her feelings. Did she ever ask for a chance to talk about her feelings? Did anybody go around asking you to talk about your feelings and what was going on in your marriage? You volunteered. You volunteered that shit to Carlos and to us. And now you're on a mission to prove that her marriage is as up as the one that you tolerated. We want you to just be able to get out how you feel. The lady told you how she feels and she wants to be left alone. I feel like I want y'all to stop questioning me about my marriage and what I have endured in my marriage. That's how I feel. Like you some damn therapist. Girl, shut up. Mel says, well, just to let you know, I did actually speak with Keke and she feels really bad for what she did. So you just gonna sit in this girl's face and tell a flat out lie. But she did say that when she came in, you didn't greet her and she felt disrespected. And I guess that coupled with the conversation that y'all had before this, I guess she was upset. Tisha said, no, that had nothing to do with it. Well, when Mel kept pushing the envelope and she's trying to force Tisha to have this conversation, Tisha said, I got something for y'all ass. I'm going to let you figure out exactly how she feel when I walk out on you just like I walked out on her, because I'm getting ready to go. Bye. And before Tisha can even get out of the building, Mel is sitting in Kimmy's face, but I really think she's still very bothered about what went on. Girl, wouldn't you be? You are going to the length of having a whole party to celebrate changing your name to give your ex-husband his name back. And you think you have some groundbreaking observation that she is potentially still bothered by getting a drink thrown in her face just a week or two ago? Girl, go to hell. Mel said, like she's saying, I'm over it, I'm fine. I think she's not fine. Kimmy said, no, I don't take her saying I'm fine to mean, oh, I'm happy I'm fine. It means I'm done talking about it. I'm fine. So we move on and we see Martell pull up to Chris and Nell's house. Now, Nell is on the porch watering her flowers, but Chris is not home. Martell jumps out the truck and he brought them 2 bottles of wine. I'm trying to figure out, do he still sell that shit? He said something about Chris told him they were having a dinner party, so I thought I'd bring these. And she, oh yeah, thank you. You look so handsome. She let him know Chris wasn't there yet. He'll be home shortly. Now, you don't mind sitting out here on the stoop, do you? Because you know you ain't coming in my house while my husband ain't here. He said, no, I don't mind. I mean, long as you don't ask me to help you out here in this yard. I said, what kind of damn man? So Nell brings up what everybody else talking about in this episode, the cookout. She asked how he's been since the cookout. Nell said, yeah, I saw you kept trying to talk to Mel and she wouldn't speak to you. Martell said, just like I told Chris, I'm going to keep speaking to her. Shit, she ain't going to change who I am. Nell said, well, now I did tell her she should have at least spoken to you, that don't take nothing from her to say hi, hello, how you doing, that she didn't have to be rude. Martell said, yeah, exactly, especially when she speak to me any other time. I said, oh shit, don't spill the tea. Well, whoever wrote this part of the script decided, well, since we're on the subject of him and Mel not speaking and not getting along, why don't you go ahead and throw it out there that she changing her damn name? So Nell asked him, so had you heard that she's changing her name? He said, I heard it. She said, how do you feel about that? I said, not a counseling session. Martell said, in all honesty, it's a moment of realization for him. He said that her changing her name solidifies everything, that it was such a special moment when she changed her name to Holt, and that they had children together, and so the name meant something, and now she's just throwing it away. Nell told Martell, well, it's difficult being in the middle of you and Mel and what y'all are going through. It's difficult to maintain friendships with the both of y'all because nobody ever wanted to see y'all in this place. Nell said, and I was invited to her name change, so I will be attending. Martell looked like he was absolutely confused and disgusted. He said, what you mean? You going to her party? He said, you know what? I know what you mean. As a matter of fact, when you go, bring me back a list of everybody that's at that damn party that's supposed to be my friends. Nell said, so basically you think I shouldn't go. You don't think I should attend this party. He said, no, you shouldn't. She said, and why exactly should I not go to this damn party, Martell? Well, Martell is reaching into the back of his brain trying to find a reason. And he said, well, I mean, just, having a name change party. Nell said, well, women do that. Women have divorce parties all the time. He said, well, I mean, first of all, a divorce party is different from a name change party. We got divorced 2 years ago. If she want to have a divorce party, that's one thing. But a name change party is different, because that's like a slap in my damn face. And that's exactly why she's doing it. Now, to me, I find it to be absolutely corny. It's nothing I would do. But this is exactly why she's doing it. You get on her damn nerves. She hasn't figured out quite how to hurt you yet. And this is going to be the punch. Martell said in the confessional that he feels like Chris and Nell should not attend this party because they should know that this is Melody being spiteful, especially because she's throwing a whole damn party to throw away his name. He said, hell, it ain't like she did nothing spectacular with her own last name. I mean, they some decent people, but see, that's why that lady giving you your name back right now. Nell ain't here for the bullshit. Nell said, listen, whether you claim to have seen this coming or not, I told you this was going to happen. He said, what you mean? She said, I told you a few years ago that it was going to go down just like this, and this is a part of it, so here we are. He said, no, I mean, not meddling in my face. She said, what's meddling in your, how is she meddling in your face for her having a party at her house to take her name back? How? Martell didn't have an answer, so he just sat there looking around and shrugged his shoulders. Okay, well, cool, go. Enjoy yourself. She said, yeah, I will. That's not meddling in your face. She said, hell, I could say you were meddling in her face when you had the affair. How about that? Martell said, yeah, you can say that. But if you're going to say that, then you also need to say that she was meddling in my face when she had her affair. Nell about lost her shit. Nell said, I don't know nothing about this damn affair you keep talking about. Martell said, well, ask her. She'll tell you. Nell said, I will ask her because I'm about sick of this shit. Martell said, I think you know that you know what she had going on. Nell said, I don't know nothing, but I promise to God I don't know nothing. Sir, you're going to need to get yourself to a safe distance because you about to trigger this woman and she about to whoop your ass. Martell said, well, it's facts. Have you ever asked her? She said, no, I haven't. Martell said, well, I'm gone. Well, if you find that to be a reasonable response, then okay. Martell jumps up and rather than make his exit, he continues to plead his case about how she had multiple affairs on me with multiple men. Nell said, all right now, see that I don't believe. Now Martell upset, but well, goddamn, ain't nothing to believe, it's facts. Well, Martell so damn adamant. Nell said, Martell, multiple guys? He said, yes. She said, while y'all were married? Yes, lady, yes. Nell still don't believe it. She said, I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. Martell said, well, ask her. And as soon as she tells you it's not true, that's when I bring out all my evidence and prove that it is. Well, just all right. Nell said, you know what, we ain't gonna get nothing done talking to each other loud back and forth like this. Martell said, yeah, I mean, because see how you just wanted to throw stuff in my face? Nell said, no, it's not about me throwing stuff in your face. You came over here with your unreasonable F. You don't want me to take my free since 1863 F to this lady party. Martell said, at the end of the day, you are grown as hell. Do your thing. So as Martell goes to walk off, Nell said, I didn't know nothing about her cheating. That's how I am about cheating. I ain't no different with you than I am with Fletcher about that damn cheating. Both of y'all asses cheated. Martell said, okay, well, did you cheat in your marriage? She said, no, I did not. He said, well, Mel did, so you shouldn't be on her team. That's all I'm saying. Martell said in the confessional that Melody be on some bullshit a lot of the times. That it's not fair that she gets to throw rocks and hide her hand, but she's so good at it that people don't believe that she's capable of the things that she's done. Martell said, from now on, don't speak on me cheating if you're not going to speak on her cheating. Y'all women got to stop coming for men so hard like y'all do, like it's okay. What? Nell said, well, y'all ought to stop fucking up then. How about that? Martell said, but she fucked up first. Nell said, I don't know nothing about all that. I know you fucked up. Martell said, it ain't about cheating and what happened 3 years ago. I ain't cheated on nobody in 3-4 years. Yeah, because you ain't had nobody to cheat on. When you're a single man who is free to romp and roam to his heart's content, you're not cheating on nobody. You're doing exactly what you were doing when you were cheating on your wife. The difference is there's no wife to cheat on. And since there's no wife to cheat on, you cannot hurt her feelings with the behavior that you used to hurt her feelings with. Hence, the pop out that we saw this week. Martell done brought Arrione out the damn closet, and I am 100% convinced that it is a response and reaction to this whole episode, to Mel changing her name, to her having this whole ceremony and celebrating kicking his damn name to the curb. Well, since you want to hurt my feelings, I got something for you. I'm going to pull a side chick out. I'm going to put her in the main chick position. I'm going to make her think she got it. She and the camera just as happy as she could be, and we're cooking dinner, and we're being a family. This girl is a damn fool. Just, child, you let this man pull you out at leisure for entertainment and retaliation. Girl, you could tell by the body language, this man don't give a damn about you. When he put his arm around her shoulder trying to act like what she's saying is so funny, I said, Lord Martell, I know exactly what you're trying to do, but it's not giving what you expected it to give. And then the male fans just up in arms and, oh my God, he done brought this heifer. This is why I be telling y'all, and her especially, to disengage from that motherfucker. I don't give a damn what you do. If I were male, I wouldn't have had a damn party to change my name. You know how to let that motherfucker find out? When he go looking for me. When you go to file suit against me at the court, when you go to look me up on the internet, when you go to the churn school and you got to list my name and you don't know my damn name, that's how I would have let him find out. Revenge is a dish best served cold and discreetly. But since Mel decided she gonna throw a whole party and throw it in his face on TV, that I don't want your damn name no more. Tina might have kept the name, but I don't want yours. He decided he got him a pinky in the brain plot for them to take over the damn world. Please, y'all go to hell. Y'all let Martell upset y'all damn nerves if y'all want to. I just saw the people all up in arms, all in the comments carrying on. They writing think piece statuses and shit. Y'all gonna learn to stop letting this motherfucker spin y'all up. Martell don't want that girl no more than he wanted her a year ago. All this talk about what he said he gonna be married by the end of the year, and that must be why he pulling her out. Maybe he gonna marry her. If he was going to marry her, especially for love, he'd have been married her, because ain't nothing been stopping him but his own damn free will. The reason he's talking about being married by the end of the year and popping this girl out, and yeah, I might marry her, the arch nemesis, is because it's a direct reaction to you giving back the name. Since you don't want my name, let me show you everything I can do with it. I can go get married to somebody else. I can give somebody else this name. I can pop out with another woman. We don't give a damn. Well, I would like to say we don't give a damn, but y'all done gave the man the whole reaction he was looking for. That's why I wasn't making no video about that bullshit. I'll be damned if you won't get me spun up about your bullshit. I see this a mile away. And it's not to say that he won't marry Arrione. Arrione is actually a perfect candidate to marry somebody like a Martell. Men like Martell marry for their own convenience and benefit. And if you pay attention to what he was saying to her, Arrione is getting the same damn man that Mel had. She's up there just snapping and jumping, and she's cooked dinner and dinner is ready. He's talking about, yeah, she's actually a really good cook. She just has to learn to cook more often. And I cook every day. Yeah, dummy, that's the beginning of it. Even he said, well, yeah, I mean, you do cook all the time. He has to find fault in something you're never going to be good enough. I don't care if you perfect what he's asking for. He is going to find fault and perfection, because that's the only way he can keep you tamed and under his thumb. Nell essentially told Martell the same damn thing. She said, listen, you can't cheat on no damn body when you single fool. Martell said, regardless of how it happened, I've been 3 years sober of cheating. Now, the lady want to change her name. She want to change her name. Nell said, yeah, she want to change her name. She invited me to the party and I'm going. Martell said, well, you should go. Enjoy yourself. Eat a cupcake for me. I had to curse his ass out. He said in the confessional, them choosing to go to that party tells me that they picked the side. Could you get over yourself? He said they want to keep telling him, well, Martell, this is your fault. Martell, you did this wrong and you did that wrong. And I'm not accepting none of that. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Oh, well, okay. Martell said, so why didn't you ask her? So, did you cheat on Martell? Why would you cheat on Martell? He said, well, I'll tell you why. He said, women don't like to hold other women accountable. That's the problem. Now, I don't agree with a whole lot of Martell say, but that I do agree with. Women treat accountability like kryptonite. And other women who hold women accountable are automatically the enemy. Martel gets in his truck to leave and Nell yells from her porch, "Hey, the truth hurts, but I still love you." He said, "But you can't tell the truth in part. Either you got to tell the whole truth or it ain't the truth. So you can't tell the truth on me and then don't tell the truth on her." She said, "Well, I don't know nothing about her supposedly having an affair." He said, "Well, ask her." Nell said in the confessional she doesn't feel like she should have to go asking Mel about whether she was unfaithful in the marriage, especially when Martel started all of this, and Martel could have prevented all of this by keeping his weenie in the house. Martel is pulling off and he's saying to Nell out the window, "If you want to talk about it all." She said, "I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking about the both of y'all." He said, "Yeah, you are just talking about me, but I still love you." Nell said, "All right, see you later. Bye." Damn. I said, now, they done had a whole knockdown, drag out argument and Chris still ain't made it home. And it looks like next week Nell is going to be informing everybody of this conversation she had with Martel. She's going to go to Chris and tell Chris, "Hey, you need to get your homeboy because he came and got loud with me at my damn house." Nell is also going to be delivering to Mel everything that Martel had to say about her throwing his damn name away. And then it looks like Nell is going to go home and confront her own damn family. Look, she about to curse their asses out at the dinner table. And then we see that Stormy is going to be confronting Tiffany, and I ain't looking forward to that shit. But that's it, that's all, and I ain't got no more. Thank you so much for coming down here listening to me and let me get this off my chest. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And in the meantime, until next time, just like every time, I love you and I mean it. Bye.